Is there anything qualitatively different in candidates now trying to get the Muslim vote from, what I was doing a quarter of a century ago, trying to get the Jewish vote in North London?
Well, I think that more generally, when looking at British politics, I think the influence of identity politics is too strong. But you were the MP for Enfield Southgate, Margaret Thatcher was MP for Finchley. And of course, engaging with religious minorities in your constituency, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's more what is the nature of that engagement. But the reality is we're becoming an increasingly diverse society in terms of ethnicity and religion. So the impact of foreign conflicts, geopolitical tensions, that may well have an impact on the content of our national and local politics. But I have to say, the by-election in Rochdale, I think the build-up to it has been a crying shame. And I don't think it's a particularly positive representation of British democracy.
Why has it been a crying shame?
Well, I think that firstly you have Labour's issues with its former candidate, Azhar Ali. I think that while people naturally, they are entitled to have strong preferences in regards to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, there are serious domestic problems in Rochdale in terms of quality of public services, which are more domestic in nature. And I think they should be a greater focus when it comes to those campaigns up there.
But let me go back to my basic question.
Sure.
So 25 years ago, I became very concerned with Soviet Jewry issues, Jewish people trying to get out of the Soviet Union. I obviously tended to support Israel rather than the Palestinian cause because, it's pushed in that direction by my constituents. I just want to know if people in the Rochdale by-election are tending to say that they're looking for a ceasefire, or if they were tending to say that, that they're unhappy with what Israel is doing in Gaza. Is that any different? Is it any worse? Is it sinister in a way that it wasn't when I was appealing to my Jewish voters?
Well, I think that people are absolutely entitled to, for example, criticise the Israeli government's policies in terms of the militaristic occupation and population displacement of the Palestinian people. What I don't agree with is the peddling of conspiracy theories, which in my view can very much enter anti-Semitic territory. I think you could be deeply critical of the current Israeli government, which contains some very, unsavoury characters, including Benjamin Netanyahu, Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich. You can do that without indulging in those conspiracy theories of a decidedly anti-Jewish nature.